Hey guys, we have a special treat for you. We're doing a little bonus episode for that 70s remodel where I'm going to take you inside some of the nitty-gritty details, talk to you a little bit about some things that happened during the process, and be completely transparent with all of our pricing and timeline. Let's get going. All right, this is gonna be great, quick and easy, but I wanted to recap this entire project for you and really just start from the beginning, talking about some of the problems that we had with this particular project, our schedule, the solutions we had to the problems, our process, the costs of the build, and some of the lessons we learned. Because if you watched the entire series, you saw that we had a few little things that went wrong throughout the process, and happens with every single remodel. So there's always something. But let's start with the goal. The homeowner wanted a really, really great short-term rental, and the house was in an incredibly desirable area. So right at the bottom of some of Utah's best ski resorts, right at the mouth of the canyon, the house was a perfect location. It just wasn't in great shape. So the homeowner purchased this home many years ago. It was actually their first home that they bought as a family. They invested into this property and raised their family there for, I believe, about 10 years. And then when they got to a financial place where they could stably purchase a bigger kind of move-up style home, one of the things they wanted to make work was that they could keep this property and use it as a rental and bring in long-term income for the family for many years. So the house was in a great spot. It just wasn't a great house. Had good bones, but just had some issues. So a few of the things that the homeowner thought about before they made this decision were really like, what is the supporting data that says I can make money off of this house? So this is just a little screenshot of kind of the surrounding city of where this house is located. The house is located right about there. And this is the canyon that takes you up to Snowbird, takes you up to a lot of Utah's good ski resorts. So you can see all of these short-term rentals that are around the property location of this particular house. So on average, these are renting for $175 to $245 a day, and they have a 35 to 42% rental. So they're occupied 35 to 42% of the time. There's a ton more potential, and you're seeing houses in here that are much higher rental rates. This one in particular is right next to the homeowner's house that they were wanting to change. So it's a great spot for short-term rentals, especially in the winter months. And that average rental rate is like year-round. So if we think about ski season, that's obviously going up significantly. So we decided to go forward with this process. We have our demo. Our demo is the very first step of this build. We had a pretty rough demo story. So this house, it was spring of 2023 when we decided to start demolition on this house. If you've been to Utah in the springtime, it can be 80 degrees one day, it can be snowing one day, it could do both in the same day. And we do get a lot of moisture that time of year. So it was really kind of a guessing game and a calendar game of trying to figure out, like, when can we start this? Because we want to be done within 3 months, start to finish. So how do we queue everything up to make sure that we're done on time and things move along really smoothly? So we started demolition of this project, and we ran into a lot of things. Like, this rotten sheathing from the roof was a common issue. There's even some of this that has fire damage. That is from a barbecue fire that happened on the side of the house at some point. We just had poor construction kind of techniques. This area right here is the walkout from the kitchen space out to the backyard. And the person that owned the home before them, or who built the home originally, they actually had this whole exterior covered in a brick exterior, and then they formed and poured concrete stairs in front of the brick. So this is all rotten. You'll see and notice a whole bunch of rotten wood across the back side of the house. It was just a common theme here on this house, and a lot of that fire damage was happening over here on the side of the project. Another thing you'll notice, and you watch the videos, you'll know that we had this cardboard sheeting on the outside of the house. It was not a great product. It still is not a great product, but we had to deal with that, and it was quite an interesting process.